How does a prison allow an officer to get away with stealing? So, every 6 months, you're allowed a hand in, which means that people outside can send you in clothes. You can exchange your clothes basically, they can buy you new ones or bring you in old ones, however you want to do it. So, this was during lockdown. My partner, she bought me a hand in and she spent quite a bit of money. She spent like £600-700 on this hand in. I had trainers, tracksuits, t-shirts, blah blah blah. And anyway, I get called up to reception, which is what happens. You know, you put down in a list and your stuff goes to reception, and she's sent in this box. So I get to reception and she's like, oh yeah, you've got two parcels here, and one parcel was a pair of trainers that my brother had bought me and sent in, and another one was a pack of boxer shorts. So I'm like, is that it? She was like, that's all I've got here for you. And I was like, no, I said, there's a parcel here for me, a big box. I said, it's been sent recorded delivery. My partner's told me the parcel's been delivered to the prison at least a week ago. Da, da, da. So she's like, obviously at this point I'm getting a little bit frustrated. She can tell that. So she's like, okay, hold on. Let me go over to the main house. So basically our parcels come to the front of the jail. An officer, they're not officers, they're OSG, so they work for the prison, but they don't work as an officer like looking after us. So anyway, so the parcel goes to the front of the gate where anyone goes in or out the jail. It's the only access to get into the jail, it's the only access to get out. So parcel goes there and they put it through into a cupboard, which is, you've got the main gates here, you've got the sort of a gap here, and then inside there you've got a search centre, lockers, etc. So the parcel goes somewhere around in this area. It doesn't get into the prison. Only time it gets into the prison when an officer or an OSG puts it on a trolley, takes it straight over to reception. So there's no access for any other prisoner to touch it at all. That, you know, end of story. So anyway, so this officer goes over and comes back and says, Fran, like, I'm really sorry, like, your parcel's not here. Like, it's nowhere to be seen. So at this point, obviously, my blood is boiling. I'm like trying not to kick off. And I'm like, well, I'm telling you it's here. She's like, okay, look, take this, go back to the wing. We'll investigate it. I see an SO. He was a bit of a knob. And I told him, so prior to that, I went back to the wing. Officer was lovely. He printed off, I got all the details, and he went on to the computer and he printed off the tracking details, and they even got like printed off a picture of a signature to say that it'd been signed for. I've showed this to an SO, so you know, SO is above a normal standard officer. They deal with issues. It just went, have you got tracking details or like anything like that? And I was like, yeah, showing a bit of paper, and he just walked off. He just walked off, like didn't give a crap at all. So that's made my blood boil even more. So I'm at the front, I'm kicking off, I'm like raising my voice, I'm being very vocal. And then another one comes to me, and this is on a Friday, bearing in mind. And another officer comes to me and he's like, look, we'll go and have a look, we'll sort something out, we'll speak, we'll find out who signed for it. So anyway, so I'll go back to my wing. I'm obviously fuming. Comes Saturday morning, I'm on exercise and I see this officer and he's like, oh, you're going to have to wait till Monday. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, you have to wait for Monday, someone's going to have another, like, a proper look in that. And I was like, so at this point I've kicked up, I'm swearing, you're taking the absolute, it's like, you know, this is my stuff, it's a lot of money, you know, if it was your stuff that was stolen, all of our rooms would be getting spun, you know, like, if stuff had gone missing. Obviously, I've gone that mad, he's gone, all right, I'm going to go and have a look myself now. So he's come back down to the wing and he's gone, Fran, I found your box. He said, but I'm going to be honest with you, he said, you need to make sure everything's there. He said, your box was outside on the floor, next to this room, this shed where all the stuff goes in. He goes, and half your stuff was all over the floor. Your box has been opened. So I'm just like, I'm part happy because my stuff's found, because he's like, I'll put it all back in the box for you and that. But then I'm part raging that somebody's, okay, fair enough, right, somebody might need to open the box and have a look in there, yeah? But they don't do that. Your box gets opened, or your bag or your parcels, even if you send one bag from JD, you all know if you buy something online, it's sealed. So normally when that gets to reception, they will open it in front of you. So they have to check it that there's no drugs or anything in there. You're also then witnessing that nobody's opened your parcel, no officers stole your parcel. So actually they had no right to open my box. So my blood's boiling anyway. I think I get called up on the Sunday or the Monday. Now luckily, my partner had sent me in pictures beforehand. She was like, I've sent you pictures of everything that I've got you. I hope you like it, blah, 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 blah. So we've gone up there, because obviously I'm not 100% sure what was in the box. So I've gone up there with these pictures anyway. It turned out there was a t-shirt, I think maybe shorts. Anyway, it turned up to the value of near on £100 of clothes that were missing. It was definitely a grey Adidas grey Adidas t-shirt. And we've gone up there and yeah, so this stuff's missing. So I'm fuming. Like, I'm absolutely fuming. Like, the officer's already warned me because of the state that he found it in. And, you know, they've had another look. The stuff's not there. The box, you know, she showed me it was opened. Again, I already knew this because he told me it was open. And so I had to go through a process of writing a statement, of what the other officer had said to me. I had to get my partner to send in her a copy of her receipt, so it proved that she bought clothes. And then I had to wait. And do you know what? All due respect to the prison, I get they had to do a little investigation. I spoke to the officer. He clarified what I said. They paid me out the money. I got the money back. They paid it into my prison account. Happy days. But that was it. Like, my point is, right, prisons are cameraed up to the max. So you're telling me that from walking through to the front gate into the main prison, there's no cameras? Because I think that's what they tried to tell me. So you're telling me there's no thing. So that's the main place where someone can get out, like escape or come in that shouldn't, and there's no cameras. Like, do you think I'm dumb? So basically, an officer has stolen my property. It's not like it's gone missing and they've gone, oh, you know, we've lost a box. Maybe it got given to another prisoner and that prisoner's going to keep their mouth shut, obviously, you know, because they've got something new they might want. You know, you might get a decent prisoner and say, like, this is not mine or whatever. And it's like, an officer on OSG, they still work for the prison. They still work for Her Majesty. And people want to make a judgment on us. People want to make a judgment on us, and can you, like, no guest, so say you've got an outside visitor coming in, whether it's a counsellor, I don't know, something to do with the prison visiting, whatever, they still wouldn't know where this shed is. They still wouldn't, I'm pretty sure that a visitor's not going to go, oh, there's the cupboard there, there's loads of stuff, let me bring this box outside, dump it on the floor and steal stuff. Like, it's not going to happen. So you've got, I mean, we all know there's corrupt people, like officers and stuff like that, but I've experienced it firsthand. Like, I got stolen off and nothing come of it. Nothing, because I said to him, I want to know the outcome. I want to know what you're going to do about it. I said, because if it was one of us, right, we would be on an extra charge. If I'd stolen an officer's bloody t-shirt out of the office, I'd be on an extra charge. I'd be doing an extra sentence. Like, can you imagine, like, the consequences? And yet they can do what they want. They can treat us how the hell they want. So some of them treat us like animals, literally like animals. Some of them are amazing, don't get me wrong. But, like, they stole property. That's theft. That's a criminal offence. But yeah, the prison didn't give a shit. They just get, like, give them the money, shut up, it's done, it's dealt with. Don't worry that we've got a thief within our jail. So if that person can steal prisoners' clothes, what else can that person do? Because they clearly got a corrupt mind, you know? So it's frustrating. I feel frustrated talking about it. It was quite a while ago. It's just the fact that, you know, again, I'm really grateful to the jail because they did sort it quite quick. I thought, like, people were saying to me, oh, you're going to be waiting months. I had this happen. I never got my money back. I said, I'm telling you, I'm getting my money back. I'm telling you, because I will be vocal every day. I will make it known that I'm not going to let this go. And I think the reason the prison was screwed is because the officer like I said probably a few times now, he said to me, the box is open, check it. And because he clarified that the prison had no option but to deal with it quick and pay me my money. But yeah, it's frustrating. How does an officer get away with stealing from a prisoner?